I don't know. And you can call me naive. You can call me stupid. I wasn't privy to those informations. I wasn't in the boardroom when this stuff was happening. I don't even think we had a boardroom in ECW. But once our deal expired, that was it. And we couldn't live off syndicated television. So look at all those people that were out of a job. A ton of us were out of a job. Nowhere to go. What do you do? Well, there's a big story looming. AEW. Did you see it? You didn't see it.
I did.
I told you.
I did. Well, I saw it after some discovery.
Mm-hmm. Which me telling you, hey, pull this article up. It's a big ones. How about this? Warner Brothers Discovery makes a new offer for AEW's TV rights. Tony Khan with a big smile on his face.
Can't wipe the smile off his face.
I'm telling you. This is huge. It's reportedly worth double the current TV deal that they have. So this is really, this is monumental for AEW right now because the current TV deal is set to expire. And now they're getting double what they were before. So
it's incredible. Incredible.
The current TV deal is estimated to be worth $70 million per year. The current TV deal.
Wow.
They said the hope is that the higher price means AEW pay-per-views and its library of weekly shows will be available on Max. So this is huge for the company. I still think that they should start to save money by getting the smaller venues, right? And I think they're taking a step in that direction because if you noticed, next year's pay-per-view, instead of being in England, is now in Texas, right?
They're doing that a year ahead of time.
They already announced isn't that what they announced?
I did not see the full announcement.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Is it All Out or All In?
They are like they're taking up residency in Texas. I know that. Yeah.
AEW 2025. Yep. All In. It's All In Texas, Saturday, July 12th, 2025. At Globe Life Field.
Right. That's Texas. Okay. That's where they've been in Texas consistently for the better part of the last few months.
That's where they're doing it instead of.
Man, okay, that's a big change.
Well, it's a big change, but let's put it this way: it's going to save a ton of money.
Oh, absolutely! But hey, look, they had to get paid in some way, shape, or form for moving their date for this year's show by Taylor Swift. so I mean, they got paid for that.
I heard from a source. I'm not going to say who, but right now the show that's on Sunday is close to selling 44,000 tickets. Last year, didn't it sell like 76,000 or 71,000?
That was a huge number that they, still tout to this day. Still
nothing wrong with 44,000 tickets. It's a great house.
Absolutely not.
But it's not the house they had the first time.
Right.
So are they noticing, first time's a charm? Second time, not so good. Maybe keep it in the States. Much lower revenue to have to pay out. And, because it's very expensive going overseas. And you have that roster that I don't know how many people are out there right now, but that's got to cost a pretty penny.
Oh, man, yeah.
So, I mean, I just feel like, and we've talked about this before, instead of getting these huge stadiums, go for the smaller venues. They look great. They sound great. No shame in getting a 5,000 seat venue for TV. Absolutely not. If that's what you're selling in tickets, why have to pay for a 17,000 seat arena? And you have all these tarps covering No, you're wasting your money. Get the smaller venues. You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's my, I mean, that's how I would do it.
100% agree.
So.
But this is huge. I mean, I never would have expected this.
Yeah, well, you're a hater.
No, but even take the hater hat off. Okay.
So you admit you're a hater.
How would you anticipate them getting double with realistically their television numbers not being anywhere near what any television station would find to be desirable?
Maybe they wanted wrestling on their channel.
Go anywhere. You could go pick a promotion and say, let's pluck this one.
What promotion? What promotion?
Pick somebody.
Who?
Pick somebody.
Who's as big? Who's
TNA? Let's bring TNA. They got a good little buzz. Bring them up.
Got the anthem. They have a deal.
Yeah, pluck them.
You can't do that.
Yeah, pluck them.
Oh my God, you're the worst. You cannot do something like that until your contract has expired.
Well, I mean, look, but what I'm trying to say is that you wouldn't think if they wanted to keep them. Let's say, for argument's sake, yes, they wanted wrestling content. Okay, double what they were paying. I mean, I would say
double or nothing, baby.
I would say double is on the table here. Prove it. You got to prove it first, and then you get your double. Here's the deal. Achieve these numbers. It's like an incentive-laden sports contract. Achieve it, and then we'll give you this.
It's expiring. There's not enough time.
Yeah, but I'm saying sign here. Okay, we'll take you. Well, we want you. We'll take you, but your numbers have been dipping. So come back home. We'll take you home. But if you want this double, you got to perform. You got to raise your numbers.
How do you not know that they came to Tony and was just offered? Like, do you think Tony had to fight to get double? Do you think this was Tony Khan's move, or do you think it was the network's move?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's the network.
Well, if it's the network, then they're not wanting him to prove anything.
I know. It's so dumb. I'm going to just say it's the network because
so dumb.
Yeah, I mean, like, it makes no sense. So it's probably some wrestling mark in the management area that's just like, yeah, let's give them double. Let's keep wrestling here. I like going to the shows and hanging around backstage. So let's give them more money.
I don't know. I'm thrilled for them. I'm thrilled for them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
As a company, no one wants to see anyone go out of business or fail. Let's put that out there. I want everybody who works in this business to have a job, to have a steady income. A lot of these guys and girls deserve to have a home. And when somebody's contract is up, like ECW, for example, we were on TNN and we only had a year deal. When that year was up, we didn't have anywhere to go. There was nowhere to go. And we kept, hopes up. We were being told, oh, we're shopping around. We're talking to USA. We're talking to this one. We're talking to that one. To this day, I still don't know if there was any meetings with any TV executives anywhere else. I don't know. And you can call me naive. You can call me stupid. I wasn't privy to those informations. I wasn't in the boardroom when this stuff was happening. I don't even think we had a boardroom in ECW. But once our deal expired, that was it. And we couldn't live off syndicated television. So look at all those people that were out of a job. A ton of us were out of a job. Nowhere to go. What do? Most of us went back to the indies. And that's where we worked. Not everyone was offered. I mean, I was offered WWE at that point. I didn't take it, but not everyone was, offered a place on that roster. And you either wanted to go there or you didn't want to go there. And at that point, I did not want to go there because I didn't want to wrestle full time. And I knew that's what they wanted the girls to do. They wanted them to wrestle. If I had gone and went in there and said, well, I want to do what I did in ECW and be a manager, and they didn't want me to do that, then I would have just had to either suck it up and start training again to wrestle. Which that, I think that was my biggest problem. Like I just saw them sending me down to like an OVW or wherever the developmental was at the time. I can't even remember, 2001. You know, I just saw them trying to, because I saw watching the program, it was like all their girls were transforming into wrestlers, whether they were good or not. They just threw them in the ring constantly. And I didn't want to do that at that point. You know, it wasn't what I wanted to do. And then I had a year on the indies, and then TNA came around. And I was offered that 4-shot deal. I was never really offered a long-term contract. It was just four dates for them, a 4-date contract, whatever you want to call it. And I did the 4 dates, and then, you know, like Jerry Jarrett was like, "All right, I don't know what to do with you anymore." And I was like, "Oh my God, what is wrong with everybody?" Like, I know exactly what you should do with me, you know, but it just, it didn't pan out, and that's fine. And everything happens for a reason. But to see that they want to keep AEW is great, because these guys and girls, you know, they have their contracts there and they're secure. And now they're going to have, I don't know how long the deal is for, whether it's a year or 3 years. I don't know how many years they signed for, but whatever it is, they have a home, and that's a good thing. And I'm just happy for them.